Hello and welcome to episode 78 of Checkpoint Chat. Nailed it. I didn't catch you off guard.
Can I tell you that for a second I wanted to throw you off guard and I wanted to introduce the episode.
Were you ready? I was to just be like, hello.
Hello. Welcome to episode of...
Fuck, the day you do that, I'm going to be so like, what just happened?
Like, what's going on?
That's Matty Fig.
The apprentice has become the master.
Yeah. This is the top 10 Sith betrayals from Star Wars.
And that's Alessandro Barbosa. There we go. We introduced each other.
Nailed it. You know, like when Darth Vader killed Darth Sidious, that would have been that.
Wow, why was this lightsaber in
You would have picked me up,
thrown you off
and
the,
just
off
thrown
the
me
side.
off. Yeah.
God damn. Speaking of Star Wars, 3 weeks to...
I know, I'm super excited.
So close.
Have you booked tickets?
No.
Why? Why are you like this?
Because I'll watch it eventually. Probably like the first week will be sold out. Maybe
like me have booked
even
already.
maybe even past the first week. But generally, like you'll find tickets somewhere at some stage. And I'm like, we'll pick a day. We'll go watch it. It's fun.
No, as soon as those tickets came out, IMAX booked.
Bam.
Done.
My favorite was when The Force Awakens came out. It was like 3-4 years ago now. It was
Crazy,
when
hey? Sure.
no, but it was a thing of like I hadn't booked tickets at all. But then
I remember what happened, yeah.
But then Lensk was like, no, but we have to go watch it. You know, like you really want to watch it. It's fun. Let's book tickets. And we looked like, Eastgate has a brand new IMAX.
Yeah, that's when it just opened,
and the cinemas were empty. And we got like the perfect seats. Like, I don't know,
Because
a week before.
I drove all the way to Pretoria IMAX to watch Force Awakens there, and it was like a week later. You're like, the one in Eastgate's open.
It's
like,
really good.
For fuck's sake.
It was the best time ever. It's like the only time I've ever had those premium middle of the cinema, like middle row, middle aisle.
And then
seats.
IMAX, that is primo.
It was
It's
really good.
I love IMAX. Like I just love going. The screen is so big.
Yeah, these are movies that are like you pay for that experience.
The one thing though, like my favorite type of movie is IMAX, but when it's in 2D. So there's been a few of them.
I'm not a fan of 3D.
Yeah,
like
I'm not a fan of 3D.
That's sort of a fad I really wish would just die.
It's also really annoying because I have to put glasses over my glasses, and I just fucking hate
likewise.
it. Like it just never feels okay.
It never feels comfortable. And the thing is, like, you should reuse your old glasses.
I do, yeah.
And we do, but I always feel like they wear and tear so easily. So even if you just like, I'm done with this movie, I'm going to leave it in my car, and you put it there, you take it, I was like, where did all these scratches come from? Like, it hasn't moved.
I have seen that you can buy clip-ons for your glasses on like Amazon.
Oh, that's
for
cool.
3D IMAX.
Like
And I've been
permanent-
tempted, yeah.
Permanent
Like
little
almost like
upgrades.
those contact lenses, but the ones that like clip on sunglasses things, and you just like flick
I
them down.
just wish 3D would die because like it feels like it's when it came out was I think the showcase movie was Avatar all those years ago.
Yes, yeah.
And that did 3D. That was like, wow, this is the
incredible,
future.
yeah.
This is 3D. Wow, whoa, that thing nearly hit me in the head, but it couldn't have because it's 3D. You know,
Sam Worthington.
it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's so blue. And then it feels like every movie that's come out since then, it's like it's hardly a thing.
I find it really bad for action movies because like when things are moving really fast, it's just like an information overload for my eyes. Like, so the Marvel movies are all 3D, but in some of those climatic fights, I'm like, I fucking can't follow what's going on. Yeah.
Is Thanos winning? What?
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
going on?
Yeah.
But I mean, think about home TVs. That was a big thing when 3D came out. It was you can buy a 3D TV for your home now,
And now it's dead.
It's dead.
Dead.
Could cinema just not follow suit?
Remember
I'd
the
be
PS3
grateful.
was like, these games
These
are
are
3D,
3D.
supported. Yeah. And then
Shit,
Nvidia was
that
like,
was-
these laptops are 3D,
supported. And then what
All
happened?
dead. All
Gone.
dead, yeah. Like I said, IMAX and 2D. I've watched a couple of movies like that, like The Revenant, which was really good, and then Logan. When it was in IMAX, it was 2D and it was just the fucking best.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because then you got the massive screen. It's not dim because
It's
of the
proper,
3D
it's
glasses.
bright.
Like, I absolutely love it. Yeah.
I mean, could cinema not just ditch the 3D and give us ray tracing instead in movies?
Oh boy.
Imagine
Oh boy. HDR.
all the reflections your heart can desire.
I actually wonder if cinemas display HDR content because they get really bright, but I'm not sure
I don't know.
if they programmed for that sort of thing. That would be interesting. I would take HDR stuff over 3D any day of the week.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah.
And ray tracing's a joke. You get that in real life.
You get it in real life. It's called the sun.
It's only if you're watching like an animation or something. Well,
They've been
3D.
doing ray tracing for...
Well, I mean, you pre-rendering stuff, so imagine that exists anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it exists. That the whole deal of ray tracing becoming real time was because
It's like, wow.
animated movies been doing this for years, and it's like a really intense process.
But it takes a
Like a render farm.
an airport hangar filled with servers to render that out over like 3 years. No, I'm kidding.
Man,
It's not that long.
I'll be playing more Control, and the ray tracing in that is just...
Pretty, yeah.
It's pretty, but man, it brings my PC to its fucking knees. Holy shit.
Well, that is well, I find mine wasn't too... I mean, are you playing on a high refresh rate now with your screen?
Well,
or?
yeah, okay, so I'm being a bit snobbish. Like, I've got it running at the max settings, everything, and at just 1080p, and it's just hitting like 70 frames per second.
Okay, I mean, geez,
and I'm just like, man, why can't it just reach 120, man?
Because when I played, I mean, I've got a 2070 Super. You've got the 2080
Ti, yeah.
Yeah, so yours far stronger. But when I played, I was like, no, it was fine. Like, I had no issues. However, when I was streaming Control, it was
Oh god,
it was me playing. So playing my own offline times, like me playing ray tracing. Like, cool, it looks good. Start streaming it, and I'm like, yeah, let's put ray tracing on. Everyone watching's like, we can't. It's a slideshow.
Yeah, your poor CPU is
My
probably
PC's
dying.
like, no,
Yeah.
stop it.
Your poor CPU, because like streaming itself encoding takes a lot of CPU power. I mean, I know a lot of big streamers now have 2 PCs.
They have 2 PCs,
which is ridiculous.
That I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no,
I'm not there.
No,
It's
that's like, I'm streaming to 4 platforms at once, and I'm streaming in 4K, and while I'm streaming, I'm also recording it in 4K.
No thanks.
Yeah, then you
I'll
need
just stream.
your own fucking PC.
I'm the bad streamer in that you should probably, like you say, you stream to say Twitch, and at the same time you record your own footage if you want to like make a YouTube video or whatever.
Yeah.
I just stream only to Twitch, and if there's anything I want to clip out, I download it from Twitch. It's not
That's
the
how you
best
do it,
quality,
man.
but I mean, like, geez, like.
But it blew my mind how much processing power streaming actually takes, because I used to try use this laptop I hooked up my Elgato to this laptop and try to stream from here. And like, this is a decent laptop, like it's i7 laptop, whatever. But because it's a laptop and because it's lower power than desktop CPUs, just could not encode it correctly.
That's interesting, because I often think people who might not have a strong machine, could they not just buy an Elgato and like stream from PlayStation, for example, because you're not playing on the machine and encoding the video.
You are. So the Elgato is not really encoding anything. It's
I mean in that you're not playing Control. You're not processing a game.
You could do that. I think if you have a standard desktop,
it takes that burden off. Is what I'm saying.
Definitely. Yeah, I think streaming and playing off a single desktop is still really difficult nowadays, unless you've got, like you said, like good hardware. Because
Fortunately,
it
do.
does take a toll. Yeah, it really does take a toll.
Although I'm streaming Counter-Strike. Although I haven't streamed that for a while.
Yeah,
Shocker.
I think it was Craig was saying, Matty streams really well, but it's just a lot of Counter-Strike lately.
Well, that is over the past few months. I've been good.
What are you streaming? Oh, Death Stranding.
I did Death Stranding. Although
But
I
now
got load shed on Thursday, so I was like, yeah. I think I'm done with Death Stranding because I told you, I'm like, there's this scene that, and obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but I told you, I'm like, this scene broke me. Like,
did you stop after that scene?
I stopped up because it was the morning. I was on the way to work. I was like, I know I'm at the end because you've told me, like, yes, you've
got one mission left.
You've got like this thing to do, whatever. I was like, okay, I'll just finish it this morning, maybe. So I watch cutscenes, and then that one plays like, I've got to go to work now. And I tell you, I was like, yeah, I'm at the scene like, shit, you should have just carried on. You're like right at the end. I'm like,
to be fair, I said you should have carried on, but like you still have one mission which doesn't take long, but then you have a cutscene at the end which is long.
Super. Okay, so
like 20-30 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. That's good to hear, because if I was telling you, if I had to go back home and put on my PlayStation, it's like a 3-minute scene, then credit roll, like, no.
You also have to watch the credits all over again.
Oh no,
that first credit scene fucking pissed me off. I'm so sorry. Like,
don't spoil it.
Here's a bit of the credits. Walk.
Yeah, it's done.
More credits. Walk.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
but
did you realize if you walk too far in one direction, it just warped you back?
Yeah. Because I saw the mountains, like, I want to climb them.
Exactly. I was also like, if I'm being forced to wait here.
And then, but it took me a while to figure out, because I was like, maybe it's like predetermined that after a certain amount of credits have shown, you walk back to the middle. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to start sprinting immediately and run.
And it's just like, it just fades to black, and it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but
Blue
I think
Man
we
Group, that's all
should
I'm
do a proper
Like a
spoiler
cast,
discussion.
yeah.
I'm right at the end, but yeah, this is not this episode. But
Have you enjoyed the ending so far?
I think it's been
Princess
really
Peach.
interesting. No, don't spoil. don't say anything. But I've been playing another little game called not Death Stranding. No, I'm kidding. I've actually started playing.
It's actually the prequel to Death Stranding.
It's the prequel to Death Stranding. It's Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yep.
You know, Luigi.
Luigi,
who knew?
he didn't suck up enough
He had
BTs.
dooms in him. He
Yes,
repatriated a lot, and no,
Oh
it's
my god, make this game. Make this someone who's
make
good
the
at art,
crossover.
make this crossover like Luigi with a stack of things and his ghost dog,
he's
and
got-
then like a BB strapped to
That's-
him. But not strapped to his chest, to his nose. 'cause
To his
he's got a
nose.
really big nose.
He does, yeah.
Replace his nose with
And
a
then
BB
when
canister.
BB cries, it's not BB, it's Luigi going. "Ah."
Or maybe it's Mario.
It's Mario going.
It's baby Mario.
Oh my god!
me.
It's a me.
BTs.
No, so I've been playing. Well, when I say I've been playing, I started Luigi's Mansion. I've probably played 2 hours, maybe
Okay.
an hour and a half, 2
That's
hours.
around what I've played as well.
Yeah, so long story short, Luigi's Mansion is basically, well, the premise of this game is that Luigi's won, I think, like a vacation somewhere.
Yeah, it seems like a
he's
lot
somehow-
of the people have won
Yeah,
a vacation
he's-
to a hotel.
He's somehow won a vacation to a hotel, and he's
With
rounded
Mario
up the
and
gang.
Peach
He's got
and-
he's got Mario, Peach, and a lot
They
of
decided to
the
bring fucking
the
toads.
toads. and they all go to this hotel, and then things. Well, I mean, you as a player, like things seem a bit off here, but whatever. It's Nintendo magic. Everyone's oblivious, and then Luigi goes to bed, and he wakes up, and oh shit, everyone's gone, and he's in this hotel. It's actually like a haunted place filled
Yeah, the
with
hotel's like
ghosts. and
transformed now.
it's
yeah.
transformed. It's a haunted hotel. Spoiler. And
Apparently, the bad guy has been the bad guy in the
yeah,
series.
so just for some quick context, I've never played Luigi's Mansion 1 or 2.
Same.
So I think the general consensus with Luigi's Mansion 3 from a lot of reviews I read and just opinions in general is that it's good, but it's more of the same.
Yeah.
So like it sort of follows the same sort of formula from Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2.
Yeah.
There's not much variation. I mean, bar Luigi, which we'll get to.
That's what Jeff told me. He's like, if this is your first Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion, you're gonna adore it
and
because
that's
it's like
that's why I'm playing it. I'm loving the shit out of this game because I've never played it before, and it's charming as hell, and it's
really is, yeah.
it's just taught me that Luigi is the best Mario bro
He
of
is.
them all.
how beautiful is this game?
it's
as
a
well?
pretty game. So
Unbelievably.
Switch gets a lot of flack for not being PC or PlayStation or Xbox, rightfully so, because it doesn't have that processing power,
Yeah.
which is fine. However, Nintendo do still push out. They've got these palettes and aesthetics that just, I don't know, take advantage of the limited hardware, and it still looks really
It looks
good.
like a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
It's like really
And
detailed.
It's such a weird thing. So in Luigi's Mansion, you're just exploring these hallways. What would you call the view? It's not like top down. It's not,
It's almost like an isometric. It's like,
but it's from the side.
yeah, but it's not fixed camera either because
Yeah.
it moves with you. But then you'll go into some rooms, and when you're in that room, the camera is fixed.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I don't know what I'd call
So it's
it,
almost
you
like
know.
the way I want to explain it is if you imagine looking, like if you're just standing upright and looking at a room, that's sort of the perspective, and Luigi moves left and right through hallways and whatnot.
It's almost like Luigi has a 2.5 meter tall friend, and he's always
Yeah,
just,
and
like,
they're
looking
just
down on
following.
him. Yeah.
But what I was getting is that they take advantage with some puzzles with mirrors. Oh, not puzzles per se, but they make a lot of use of mirrors where you've got a fixed point. You can't see behind the camera. But it's cool in that they'll put a mirror in the room and you can see all the reflections. You'll be like, oh, there's something
On the
behind
other
me
side,
technically.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it is very clever. Like I do
I think
enjoy
that's
that.
what I've spent most of my time doing is just being like, oh, there's stuff there. How do I get that? Like there's a part right at the beginning where you look through a wall and you see a gem. And
Yeah.
You're just like, how do I get that? Like, it's really, I mean, I'm sure it's got a structure, almost like a Metroidvania structure where it's like, I'm going to get stuff.
There are
that
some.
will let
I
me-
mean, so the structure of the game is that you're in a hotel. Every level is literally like a level of the hotel.
every like floor. Yeah.
Every floor. Well, yeah. and you're busy exploring them, and there are a few that I've already seen where it's like, I can't get to this area. I obviously need something, or maybe there's a puzzle element I just haven't figured out. Maybe I'll learn it later, or whatever. But as Luigi, you're just exploring this hotel, defeating ghosts and trying to find. So I love how they set up the structure of the game, and that the elevator's missing buttons.
Yes, yeah.
So you obviously can't just explore the whole hotel. You're busy looking for the buttons to put into the elevator in order to go to
each
those
boss
other floors.
gives you some buttons. Yeah.
And it's just really clever. I do enjoy that. So you basically just trying to find your friends, but in doing so, you're looking for all the buttons for this elevator to obviously explore the rest of the hotel.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because you're free to move between floors as you wish. So you can come back to ones that you think you haven't fully explored, and I find the map system actually pretty good.
It is, yeah.
Like, even though it doesn't tell you exactly on the map what you've missed and whatever, like when I'm on a floor, I'm like, okay, I've been there. I can kind of like put it this way, I've just played Fallen Order, and it's a much better map than Fallen Order.
And even you playing Control now, what do you think of that map?
It's fine for now.
Yeah, I think the game starts opening up, it becomes a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that from everyone, and like, I'm finding it okay now, like just rooting myself to play. But I did get lost in one area already. Like, I was like, how the fuck do I get out of here? It was right at the beginning. I'm like, I swear to God, I came from this place. And then your mind is going like, did the room just change? Because that's a thing that can happen.
That happened right at the beginning, yeah.
And I'm just like, did the room change, or am I being stupid? Turns out it's being stupid.
Yeah,
so.
I think that only really happens once in the game, maybe twice, I don't know.
Just quick sidebar. In Control, there's those rooms where you can't walk into because it's got like hiss and it just starts killing you like in the air. It kills you way too quickly.
Yeah.
I've sprinted in there by accident once and just immediately died.
Well, maybe you should stop running around willy-nilly.
It's bullshit. And then it takes you so far away from like the checkpoints. I'm just like, this sucks.
I've had it before where I've died. I'm like, why is the checkpoint so far?
Control's checkpoints are more unforgiving than Fallen Order. And Fallen Order is trying to be Sekiro.
Yeah, I must say with Control, I found the checkpoints almost like PS2, PS1 era. Of like,
ridiculous. Yeah.
Maybe we're just spoiled now where... modern day games, you die, you like placed outside the room, for example.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But I did find that as like, god damn, I have to run far.
Also, when you fall, you die. That's bullshit. Again, Fallen Order, Sekiro-like game. Even Sekiro doesn't do this. If you fall off the map in Sekiro, you lose life and you come back because that's ridiculous. Like, it's such a... Why the fucking Control? I fall in the astral plane and I die. It's like...
Well, if you fall off a cliff in your life, do you come back? This is a lesson they're teaching you.
Do you have morphing guns in real life?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how many times Do you know how many times I've hit X to reload and my gun just changes mode?
You're like, no!
Like, for fuck's sake. Anyway, Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. We'll talk more about Control when you're actually further in the game.
Yeah. I need to get to that ashtray maze.
What a damn... Yeah,
I just want to get there. I just want to know what the fuck that thing is.
Luigi's Mansion. So, you as a timid Luigi, you think, how does this guy overcome ghosts? Whatever. He's equipped with the... What is it called? I don't know. It's the something. If you've seen Ghostbusters,
something-atron. It looks like a proton pack.
It looks like a proton pack, except it doesn't shoot like laser beams or laser lassos or whatever you want to call it.
No danger of crossing streams.
You can't cross a stream. It's essentially like a vacuum cleaner in that you can suck in, but you can also blow out. What do you?
Same.
What do you do when you walk around the mansion with the pack?
What do you mean?
What do you do? What's all you do?
Flash everything.
No, what else do you do? Do you not just suck everything?
Yes. If I see coins in the distance.
So I don't know what the money does. I hope to God it has some use.
I'm collecting so much money and I don't know what it's used for yet.
But so okay, this gadget, you use it to. It's what you use to fight the ghosts, basically. But it's also really cool in that it's got the utility. It's how you solve puzzles. So, like I said, you can suck with it, you can blow with it. You can also shoot plungers with it. You've got a little flashlight that you have to flash ghosts, to stun them. Like, it's got a lot of different uses.
Essentially, like, combat is like, you've got to use your flashlight to stun a ghost, and then you suck the ghost in, and then they'll resist you. So you have to like pull in the opposite direction to what they're going. And then once you grab them, then you like mash a button. You can bash them around, and that bash.
Then you suck them in.
Yeah, that bash you can use to damage other ghosts.
But
which I think
what
is
I was
fun.
getting at is that all I've done in this game, so the suck function of the vacuum cleaner, it can suck everything in, from curtain drapes to boxes to whatever. And there's
Kinda
currency.
cool how everything's so reactive
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
that's the thing. I'm like, damn, they've really like every item. Well, most
You can
items in this
destroy a lot
room
of
are
stuff.
destructible. You can vacuum them. The vacuum
Red
them.
Faction Gorilla, Luigi's Mansion.
Make that game. But that's most of my time. I'm walking around, was like,
It's so
just
satisfying.
vacuuming everything.
It's so
And
satisfying.
I'm like, I'm getting a lot of money and shit, but I don't know what it does. But it's so satisfying just vacuuming the shit out of everything. Like I was explaining to John Michael, the office, I was like, yeah, I don't know, this vacuum, there's something about it. You know, like that drape over there, do I need to vacuum it? No. Voila. Yes.
I love the puzzle solving elements, like you said, because you have that whole suction cup thing. But the suction cup that you shoot out has like a little rope dangling at the end. So you can shoot it onto stuff, then use your suction to essentially pull
it,
something
you get like better
away,
grip in it.
Yeah.
But then they introduced, I think for the most part that's Luigi's Mansion in a nutshell. Like from 1 and 2, that was the same premise of you flash ghosts, you suck them in, etc., etc.
I know you're going to say Luigi's new, but I'm going to stop you and say
Is he not?
Apparently he was in Luigi's Mansion too. Did not know
Really?
that. Yeah.
No ways, but in this game they say like you encounter a scientist friend who I presume
Dr. Egad.
Egad.
He's fun.
What
I
a
like
cool
him.
character. I love the way he talks.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so
and the
good.
music he has is like this jazzy like doo doo.
Yeah, it's like really smooth. He's a cool
But
dude.
when he gives you Luigi, you get it like an hour in the game. He's like, I need to go get my briefcase, whatever. And you get it, and he's like, yes, here's my latest invention.
I swear, I've listened to a podcast where a lot of people were saying, "Oh yeah, Luigi's new," and they're like, "No, it wasn't."
I swear he's new.
Or it was in the
Maybe it's multiplayer elements or something. I don't know. Luigi.
Or he was in the remake for the
It might, he might be in a
appears
remake. Yeah. Okay, so
Luigi is a clone of Luigi who appears in the Nintendo 3DS remake of Luigi's Mansion and again in Luigi's Mansion 3.
So for context, Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, no Luigi, but Luigi's Mansion 1 was remade for the 3DS, and I think to include like multiplayer, they must have introduced Luigi.
He looks like a gummy bear.
Yeah, so you're probably like, who the shit is Luigi?
Green gummy bear.
He's basically a clone of Luigi, made of, you're right, he looks like a gummy bear of Luigi. But he's not, what is he like, gloop? Whatever.
Well,
how would
apparently he's made of, what did Dr. Egad say? He's made of ectoplasm and coffee.
Yeah, whatever.
Cool.
You use him to solve puzzles. So if, as an example, if you think of a security shutter, like Luigi's not going to force his way through.
He's not a cat. He can't change forms.
He can't change form. However, Luigi, he's like malleable and he can squeeze through. And you use that to solve puzzles, and that's new to the game, and it's just really cool. So, like we're saying, what made me think of it is that you're saying you could put your plunger on something and pull it, but if it's too heavy, Luigi can't do it alone. So you get Luigi, and you both shoot the plunger, and you're both obviously strong enough to pull it now. And they use that to create more puzzle opportunities.
So you obviously you're playing alone. So
I'm playing alone. Yeah.
I think if I recall correctly, when you use Luigi, you either control Luigi or Luigi.
Or Luigi, yeah.
I know in co-op
you can one person controls, which is really cool. I'd actually much tried with.
Apparently, some boss fights feel very tuned to having two players. Swapping between Luigi
it's a bit of a mission, yeah. But yeah, overall, early impression of the game, I'm really enjoying it.
Have you changed your control scheme at all?
No, but I remember it was you told me that the flash was on
the right stick.
The right stick, and then no, you're saying like it's stupid because you can't flash and move the thumbstick.
So you can use the trigger.
There's a trigger button they don't tell you about, which is really handy.
Even then, like I've seen a lot of people saying you should change something in the settings because it allows you to. It basically makes it less of like a tank control game and more like a a twin stick shooter.
Okay.
But the only problem there is then they remove the horizontal, the vertical axis.
I know exactly what.
Yeah,
what
so you have to use like tilt to aim up and down, which is like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know.
No, I'll stomach what I have.
I think if you're not finding an issue with it, it's like
no, it is a bit iffy. Like that is my only criticism, that there's something about it, like looking around with the right thumbstick, it doesn't feel right. Yeah, like I never feel like I'm facing the right direction, or I spin the wrong way by mistake.
And I remember the boss that we fought during the demo at Comic-Con. How many times did you try, because you have to line up your flash while he's aiming to charge you? Like, how many times did you hold flash? You're like, I'm slightly off. I'm fucked. Like,
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a bit annoying.
But otherwise, game's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of it, exploring more of them levels.
It's apparently quite long as well.
Is it?
Yeah, Jeff really enjoyed it. I need to get back to it. I just played it and I was like, this is delightful. And then my reviews came.
This is delightful Star Wars.
It's really, basically, yeah. I still haven't finished Star Wars. I should probably do that before I forget about it. Like
with Death Stranding nearly wrapped up, I'm like, do I dive into Star Wars? And Temptation. Too many games.
Yeah, so many games. I'm so looking forward to December to just catch. I keep saying I'm going to catch up. I'm going to like dive back into Destiny to play Shadowkeep, and then I look at like single player backlog. I'm like,
Control,
Control, Luigi's Mansion, Pokemon, Fire Emblem. I'm just like,
yeah, it's a lot.
Outer Wilds, Worlds, yeah.
That's just so much.
All these Yakuzas that I should play one day. And then it's
One
like,
day.
oh no, it's December 2020.
Persona 5 Royals coming next year.
Persona 5 I can't wait. I already pre-ordered.
Okay, but before we get to that, what have you been reviewing?
Already pre-ordered. Oh yeah, so I can talk about this because the embargo's on the 9th of August. I'll check the time.
August?
I mean,
damn,
December.
Next year. Sure, they're really planning ahead.
I'll double check the time, so we might have to delay this slightly, but I don't think it'll be a huge issue.
Let's see.
I've been playing Shovel Knight King of Cards.
King of Cards.
Which is the third expansion to Shovel Knight, which is crazy. Like,
so
Shovel
Knight came out. We touched on this briefly a few weeks ago.
2013 or 14?
Yeah, so this blew my mind. When we spoke about our games of the decade, I looked at Shovel Knight. It's like, yeah, I enjoyed that. What? It came out in 2014. Since then, they've so there's a base game where you play as Shovel Knight. Then they had a DLC called Plague Knight. We play as Plague Knight.
I don't think it was called Plague Knight. It was called something, but you played as Plague Knight.
You play
which is my least favorite. Yeah.
Then you play as Spectre
of Torment, which is Spectre Knight, and acts as a prequel.
And now you're playing King of Cards, where you play as King Knight.
King Knight, yeah. I think he's the first boss you fight in Shovel Knight.
I remember him.
Yeah, he was really. Like, he stood out. If I had to think of all the bosses that I can recall, it's like King Knight and Spectre Knight really stood out to me. And so basically this expansion feels more like a Shovel Knight 2 than any of the other expansions before, because it's just like...
Well, they've had so much time between...
Yeah, exactly.
Between the original game and now, so...
It's really big, and it follows the same structure as the original Shovel Knight. Like, Spectre Knight was more... almost like a Mega Man, like you had these bosses that you had to go fight and you could take them on in any order. This one is like, oh, you've got that overworld map again, and you're like making your way through it. Like, oh, if you complete this level, then it opens up a path to this level. And you can work your way through that overworld map in any way you want.
Okay.
And the whole conceit is you're King Knight and you want to be the king of this. So there's this card game called Jousts or Joustus, something like that.
Joust.
Yeah, and there's three like really really good players, and they form like this. I don't know, this authority on
evil
like
organization.
The land because, I don't know. So he wants to beat all of them and be crowned the king of cards or the king of justice, because his name is King Knight, but he's not a king. He just calls himself a king.
God damn.
He's like, yeah, if I believe hard enough, then I am a king. That's how he works.
Oh, wow.
Which is really funny. It's really funny because he has interactions with his mother, who she's the one who gives you your health and
just like real life.
Yeah, your health and ability upgrades. And she's funny because there's comments at the beginning where she's like, you need to get rid of these rats. They keep running around into my kitchen. Because you remember King Knight had rats that were like his enemies. And he's like, no, these these are my temporary subjects until I can find better ones.
That's great.
It's so good. Like the writing's like really top notch. It's very fun, and the gameplay is very similar to Shovel Knight. So, Shovel Knight, you had an attack, and then you could jump and like press down and hop on things.
Yeah, bounce on your shovel.
Yeah.
Basically.
So King Knight, his attack is like a dash, attack or like a bash. So you dash horizontally, and if you collide with an enemy or a wall that is compatible with your dash, you will go up and spin in the air.
Okay.
And that spin then can be used to do vertical attacks.
Okay.
So it's a thing of like, you can't choose when to do a vertical attack. You've got to make sure you hit someone horizontally and then
To do
keep
that,
that
yeah.
bounce going.
Okay.
Which is quite cool. It put it this way, it feels very familiar to Shovel Knight in the way that I picked it up and like understood it really quickly, but then it changes the way you navigate levels, because it's like, oh, I want to get there, but to get some height, I first have to dash into this wall backwards and then use that to like hop on something. It's very cool.
That's cool.
It feels really good. Like it feels really, all the levels feel pinpoint, like precise platforming that just feels satisfying to get right.
Oh, speaking my language.
I mean, this is the most Shovel Knight has felt since the original. Because Spectre Knight was like, okay, cool, you can run up walls, you can wall jump, and you can like propel yourself from these lanterns. So it was a completely different moveset. This feels more in tune with the original, but different enough that the levels have to be altered. It's not just like a rehash of the same Shovel Knight levels. What is a rehash though is the boss fights again. Like you're facing the same bosses. There's some new ones for sure, but you are definitely facing like there's Baz, who's like this guy with a whip who like jumps
Indiana
up in the air and he
Jones.
whips. And like I fought him in Spectre Knight, I fought him in Shovel Knight, and I'm fighting him here, and his moves are all the same.
Yeah.
So like I beat him within my second attempt, and I remember in Shovel Knight he took forever to kill because I was like learning him. So it kind of like, it's cool. It's like, oh yeah, I recognize the character, but at the same time it's like, oh yeah, I've played this before.
Yeah.
You know? But it's good. It's long. It's really long.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've played around 8 hours, and I'm only on the third world, so I've beaten 2 of the 3 main bosses, and I don't know what happens after that.
But why is it so long? Are the levels just long?
No, there's just lots. There's lots. The levels actually feel a bit more bite-sized, because I recall from Shovel Knight each level having 2 or 3 checkpoints. This one, most levels only have a single checkpoint.
Okay.
But you give an incentive to like, so there's 3 collectible, I think they're called relics or they're heirlooms, one of the 2. In each level, there's three of them. And usually one is tied to like a secret exit from the level.
Okay.
So secret exit will open, when you come back to the overworld, will open up a different path than just the standard one. And that usually takes you to like a secret, like special areas.
Okay.
So you're sometimes incentivized to go back to a level and play it. And because they are so short, it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to slog through this level for ages just to find the secret point. So I think it's nicely balanced in that regard. The other component of this game is this card game called Joustus, whatever. Even though it's like the main through line for the story, as far as I can tell, you're not forced to play the game at all. Like each area on the map has like one club where you can face 5 opponents in this card game, and each one will give you an heirloom. Heirlooms are used to buy like your alternate weapons, which you have a lot of in this one. But I honestly stick to like 1 or 2, and I forget the others exist. So you can play.
You know.
The card game is weird because it's like, it's not like a Gwent or a Magic the Gathering or something. It's more like your deck only has 16 cards, but the cards are more like tiles that you place on a board, and then you have to move each tile to rest on a gem.
Yeah.
So the board has these gems, and you can't place a card directly on a gem. I can place a card, say, to the left of it, and then use another card which pushes cards to the left to push my card onto the gem.
Okay.
Yeah, and then your cards all have different directions that they push, and also the directions that they push in, they can't be pushed backwards in that direction. Okay. So you have to use your placement of these cards strategically to both be able to put your cards onto the gems, but also block, once you get on them, block any movement from your enemy. It takes a while to kind of like get used to, because it's like, it's more spatial than like card attributes and card abilities and stuff. But once you get it, it's actually quite a fun game. I quite enjoy it.
It's the case with most card games. Like if like some games, like say Witcher and even Final Fantasies have card games just built in as a hey, it's here. You don't have to play it, but it's here.
There, yeah.
And if you actually take the time to learn how to play them, most of them are a lot of fun.
It's quite cool. It's what I like is it's very lightweight. A match can take like a minute and a
5
half.
hours.
Yeah, it's like really quick. And then on top of it, if you really don't want to engage with it, but you want the rewards, like there's a shopkeeper who sells cheats.
Of course.
Which there are some boss characters, quote unquote, that you play this card game with, and they use cheats as well. But like the cheats really make the game trivial. So if it's like, I really don't understand this game, and I really
so you just
don't
want to brute force your way through.
I'll pay 2,000 gold, brute force my way through it, and get the reward.
But
I'm
at
like,
least
cool.
there's that option, yeah.
There's that option, and it's completely like optional. Like you don't get less money or less rewards because you used a cheat. It's just like, hey, if you're not engaging with this and you really like the Shovel Knight parts of this game, but you also want
the rewards,
like the heirlooms, you can do it, which I think is fine. Yeah, like I said, I haven't found a part of the game yet which requires me to do this game. I don't know if that will come at the end, but so far it's just like a really cool side activity that's integrated into the story quite nicely. So you like kind of want to play it because like the whole story revolves around it.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's
That's
fun.
cool.
Nice. I've had that music stuck in my head for days.
Oh god,
That chiptune music.
I remember the. Like I don't remember it now, the top of my head, but when I played Shovel Knight back in the day, oh my god, what a soundtrack!
It's really good. And a lot of the music is back because a lot of the areas you visit are similar ones, but then there's also some new music.
New ones.
It's like the music from the where Plague Knight is. You know those levels where it's just like those luminescent neon, like what are they called? Beakers in the background, yeah. And then the music there is like really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good game.
Is it out now?
It's out on the 10th.
Okay.
What?
So
I think it's part of Treasure Trove. So
yeah, I was just gonna say
get it free if
because
you Treasure
so with Shovel Knight, if you bought the Treasure Trove edition, or whatever, it included like the base game and all the DLC. I mean, and this you could buy like back in the day before any of the DLC was even out. And
but then they increased the price.
Yeah. So I do wonder, like, will I have access to it, for example?
I think you will. If I'm not mistaken, when they increased the price for Spectre Knight, they already had plans for a King of Cards or another expansion. So I think it is included.
Okay.
I might be wrong though. Did you play Shovel Knight on
Switch?
On Switch, yeah, that's where I played as well. So I think you'll get it on the 10th. Yeah.
I mean, I've no gripe at buying the game because at the end of the day, it's probably not going to be that expensive.
Probably not.
But it is a nice thing to be like, oh hey, like I bought this game. I must have bought it like two
Shovel Knight was
ago.
the first thing I bought on Switch.
Yeah, it was one of the first games I played on my
Switch. I bought Shovel
Switch.
Knight and I bought Zelda. And then I played Zelda and then I was playing a lot of Shovel Knight. Fuck, Shovel Knight was
really good. Yeah.
Really, really good.
Sure, I'll see. Maybe I'll have it too. I've got to just play it.
It's a great game.
After Luigi's Mansion and after Pokemon.
Yeah, fuck Pokemon and Fire Emblem are the two games I really, really want to play, but they're like the biggest investments.
Yeah, I think, but Pokemon will be like, what, 20, 30 hours?
Yeah, around 20 hours. I saw Greg Miller say he finished it in like 16.
Oh, did he actually finish it?
Yeah.
That's interesting because he says he's like not really a Pokemon
he's like, this
dude.
is the first mainline game he finished and he really enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Fire Emblem though is like
actually going to need a good
that's
60 to
my
80
next
hours.
Persona 5.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But
and
it's
then,
on Switch. You can
and
take
then
it
Persona
anywhere.
5 comes out and then it's like
it's my Persona 5 before Persona 5.
Before Persona 5 Plus, essentially. I cannot wait for that. Cannot wait.
I'm going to replay it.
Yeah, I fucking will. I really will. I need to visit those people again.
Them peeps. So that's games we've been playing.
Game releases? I don't think there's that
game releases. I mean, it's Shovel Knight.
Well, we've got Shovel Knight, yeah.
This week we have Shovel Knight.
That's on Tuesday.
The end.
I think that's honestly mostly it.
Let's just double check. No, don't get it stuck in my head.
We're in December, not even November. We're looking at
Yeah,
games
no
from
idea.
the 7th of December to the calendar 13th.
13th.
Okay, there's quite a bit. Yeah. Okay, so there's Ashen coming to PS4 and Switch. This is a good game.
Did you play it?
Yeah, so it's like a Dark Souls-ish type game.
Souls-ish.
It's on Game Pass at the moment, but it's leaving soon. So
I know.
yeah, but this is finally coming to PS4 and Switch. It's really good. I would advise playing.
Nice.
People playing. I think people forgot about it because it came out in December of last year.
Yeah, actually, because I recognize the name, and we've actually played it for like 15 minutes at the office.
It's
But
it's
I
a
can't
great
believe
game.
it came out that long ago.
Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries, December 10th. Remember Mech Warrior, that franchise? Mechs.
Wow. Pew.
Avicii Invector,
Invector.
PC and Xbox One. I've seen people talk about this on Twitter, and they say it's a really good like rhythm game. But it's also weird because Avicii
Does it-
died.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's interesting.
yeah. But that's a rhythm game coming out, and I've seen good buzz about it. So
Cool. Okay.
Hades is
Oh.
coming to Steam early access because right now it's only on
Epic.
Epic Game Store, so you can play that. Apparently,
Because
Well,
bouncing between platforms is hard work.
I like Hades a lot. It's very good.
I want to play it.
It's really good. Call of Juarez Gunslinger coming to Switch. That's the good Call of Juarez, I think. I don't know.
I've never played any of them, so I have no idea.
Black Sad Under the Skin. I'm not sure what that is.
December 10.
Hearthstone Descent of Dragons. PC and mobile, December 10th.
Okay, another Hearthstone
Another
expansion.
Hearthstone thing. Transport Fever 2 coming to PC, December 11th. Jamestown Plus, PC and Switch, December 12th.
And then the rest of this list is just stuff that doesn't have a
Oh yeah, it
date
doesn't
for
have
some
dates for
reason.
King of Cards, but Shovel Knight King of Cards and Shovel Knight Showdown are definitely...
Wait, what's Shovel Knight Showdown?
It's like a multiplayer Smash type thing.
Oh,
I haven't tried it yet. I've
okay.
got a code, but I haven't tried it yet.
Nice.
Phoenix Point is also here, and it's out already.
Phoenix Point.
Wattam, I think, is coming out on the 13th of December, if I'm not mistaken.
Wattam.
Wattam.
Elementary, my dear Wattam.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's the quickest game releases in the world.
I wanted to read this from the Luigi wiki.
Yes.
He is apparently in Super Smash Ultimate.
What?
While never seen in his humanoid form, Luigi is technically present in Smash Ultimate, as he is stored inside Luigi's Poltergeist GOO, which he uses
wow.
for his grabs in Final Smash.
Okay. Who knew?
Sounds like a fucking loophole to me.
It does.
It's like he's technically not in this game, but he's part of Luigi's.
It'd be
costume.
cool if they put him as what do they call, like a shadow character? It's the same move set, but
Yeah.
like some slight variations.
The file name of an image in the official website for Nintendo 3DS version of Luigi's Mansion misspells his name as
Guigi.
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 Gaming news.
Gamers news. Quite a bit this week.
Gaming
Well,
news.
uh,
Well,
Not a lot in quantity, but the stuff that did
when are the Game Awards?
this coming week, 14th of...
Why did I think it was yesterday?
No.
The 6th of December.
So it's on the 14th, so it's going to be the morning of Sunday.
Oh boy. Are you going
Is
to
it
get
the
up to watch
14th?
it?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'll definitely watch that. Also this week is a State of Play on Wednesday. Sony announced that yesterday.
Surprise.
And that, considering Jeff Keighley was like, Resident Evil 3 Remake's not at the Game Awards, I'm almost
It's
certain it's
gonna
going to
happen
be
there.
a State of Play. It has to be.
Okay, it's going to come at State of
Let's talk
Play.
about Resident Evil Remake 3.
gonna
That shit popped up
Yeah, where did it pop up?
on
It was-
PSN.
Ah, yeah, it popped up on PSN. So we got a... It's really just like a thumbnail or like
Yeah,
an
some
image.
images, yeah.
But still, we know what... If that's... It must be legit if it was on PSN.
Yeah, no, I think it's 100% legit.
We've got to look at Jill and Carlos. Carlos's hair is a lot more poofy than I thought it was.
Fucking great.
In the original, it was like... Wasn't it like more... Not slicked, but not poofy.
Yeah, not up
I don't know. But I like...
Nemesis looks weird as well. He's got like... He doesn't have like white eyes. He's got
Yeah.
like pupils.
Yeah, but I like the look that they've gone for. Joel also looks really cool. So yeah, let's see some gameplay.
I don't think I ever played Resident Evil 3.
Matosh.
So I have no real touchstone.
Okay,
with
you
that game.
you let's give you some context. Okay, how do you feel about Mr. X?
He's good.
Okay, he's good, but he's gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Nemesis is that, except he harasses you the whole game.
So wait. So So in original Resident Evil 2, Mr. X was there.
He was there, but I think he only appeared during like Claire's campaign or Leon's.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it was only one of the campaigns.
So they changed that in the remake where
he
he
appeared in both. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, and he only appears when you get to a certain point.
To a certain point in the game.
So Resident Evil 3, Nemesis is there from the start.
He's not from like the very first frame, whatever, but like 10 minutes into the game.
As soon as you hit start, it's
15
like,
minutes.
Start.
So, because the game starts, you in the city.
Because this is happening parallel to
it's
Resident Evil 2.
happening parallel,
Yeah.
technically, to... Well, it actually happens just before Resident Evil 2.
Is
It's
it?
weird in that it starts... I think it starts just before Resident Evil 2, and then it finishes after Resident Evil 2.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Because in Resident Evil 3, you actually do go to the police station. The same one. But apparently it's before Claire and Leon get there, yeah. So you do go to the police station.
X didn't give it to them as well.
Yeah, weird. But Nemesis is Mr. X, except he harasses you. So it's weird in that even in the original Resident Evil 2, Mr. X, just the technology at the time, he would appear in like a room and you just run out a door. He's not going to follow you. He's not going to follow you through, or he will. But it's not quite like Resident Evil 2 where he'll follow you wherever you go. Okay, there's no escape unless you walk into a safe room, in which case he's blind. He's like, well, where do they go? I don't know.
It's so
oh
weird.
my God, they've gone.
Medeus.
But Nemesis is similar in that he would pop up at very inopportune times, but you'd run through a few doors and you'd lose him.
Okay.
Okay, but why I'm excited now is because we're now in modern technology. Is this asshole going to follow you through the whole city? Okay.
I expect him to do a Mr. X thing and just follow you.
So Resident Evil 2 sets in the police station. Okay, Resident Evil 3, you play a little bit in the police station, otherwise it's in the city. So there's a lot more like playground for them to explore here. And it's just really exciting.
Well, it's exciting that you say they go back to the police station because I wonder, you get back there, you go, this place again.
Oh, yeah. Well, back then it was like, oh, okay, like here's a police station. I'm pretty sure if they follow that formula, you will have some touchstone. But I wonder if they'll contextualize it better. Be like, set it up in that you see, what's it, that cop's name, Detective Mart. Like, maybe you'll see him and like you'll have more of a role. Like, I don't know, because Resident Evil 2 Remake, they did it so well in that it was still the same story, but they like flipped so many expectations. So Resident Evil 3 is special to me because I played it the most out of any game in the franchise. Like, I often say how I played the game enough that I didn't speedrun it like actual speedrunners do today. They finish it in like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But I could finish the game.
Did you play trying to...
Yeah, I would just like run from beginning to end. I could finish it in just over an hour. I finished it a lot.
Is it the same way it's 2 campaigns? So you play as Carlos and Joel?
No, it's so think in Resident Evil 2 where it's your main campaign, you spend a little bit of time playing as someone else.
Okay.
So in Resident Evil 3, it's Joel, and then there's one part in the game you flip to Carlos for a bit, and then back to Joel. And I'm sure it'll be similar. I'm curious
what the story is, because, I mean, 2 is all about uncovering the G virus, and then you basically blow up fucking...
Yeah,
Umbrella.
2 was really telling you how the G virus got into Raccoon City. This is more a thing of, like, you just trying to escape Raccoon City. And there's bad shits along the way, but I think it's more about you escaping as opposed to...
Is the T-virus just regular zombies?
I don't know. I get confused because there's like G-virus and T-virus.
I think
and all
G-virus is like what the Doctor has, and he turns into like a more grotesque monster, and that's
yeah.
G.
And then T-virus is just zombies? I don't know.
Zombie one.
I don't know. But point is, that game's coming, and if it's any good like the Resident Evil 2 remake, which I'm hoping Capcom are on such a good streak now.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it made sense to me that they were talking about Resident Evil 3 Remake possibly being the Resident Evil game for 2020, and the like big bang go out for the franchise on this gen of consoles, and then a Resident Evil 8 comes out on next gen. Yeah. Especially because what I didn't notice was like Capcom follows like trilogies with these things. So like Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 were all like fixed point camera third person.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6 are third person action games. So 7, 8, 9 first person.
Is it all first person? Maybe. I mean,
I really want to see what a Resident Evil 8 is.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first person of Resident Evil 7.
Loved it. Yeah, that game is phenomenal.
And I honestly thought that they would do Resident Evil 8 before Remake 3.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think happened at Capcom? Do you think that was the plan all along to be Remake 2 and then 3? Or was it like, shit, we did a good job with Remake 2. People love it.
I think, to me, I think Remake 2 took a long time because they were essentially remaking the game in this new RE engine. And I think 3, I mean, I'm not going to say, it's now a simple thing of just putting in assets, because it's not.
They've got the engine now.
But they've got the engine. They've worked with it. Like you said, they will probably reuse spaces like the police station, and I guess they've got the tech behind Mr. X that they can tweak and apply to Nemesis. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I put it this way. I think it's going to be announced as state of play, but I don't think it'll be like hey, it's out in Feb. I think it's gonna
I don't think so either, but I wish it would be nice to be like, hey, it's out in Jan.
I think it'll be like middle next year. Or to end of next year.
One thing I thought might happen. So this
is Jan.
This is just me thumb sucking. So Resident Evil 2 came out, I think it was 98. February. Yeah, it was Feb 98. Or it was Jan.
Oh, no, I'm talking about this year. Sorry.
No. I'm talking about the original Resident Evil 2 came out.
That game came out this year.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Resident Evil 2 came out, I think it was January or Feb 98, and then Resident Evil 3 came out September 99. It's like a year and a half later. Yeah. So I do wonder, like, it would be cool if Resident Evil 2 Remake came out January, Feb this year, and then Resident Evil 3 Remake is September next year, which could be a thing. I mean, it's the same sort of idea with Resident Evil 3 in that they had, like, the engine and they just expanded with different environments, and it's the same year. So it shouldn't take them, like, 3-4 years.
Yeah, I don't think it will... Yeah, I'm very excited. Like, Remake 2 is easily one of my favorite games of the year. So
it was really good.
I really just want to play it again.
Also, and the thing is, like, having played it now, you'll know it well enough that you'll finish it a lot quicker, which is really cool.
I never played the canonical way. So I played Leon,
did you play Leon first? Okay.
Yeah, and apparently canonically it's Claire then Leon. And so I never played that route. So I did see the quote-unquote true ending, because once you finish with Claire, your second playthrough, you link up properly at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you play any of the DLC content?
I tried, I tried to play the Hunk one.
It's hard, eh?
It's so hard. Like, I always got up to the same point. I always got up, like, I was in the police station or whatever, and I had already lost a bunch of life. And then I'm, like, at the roof, near the roof, and then I run into those fucking plant things that one-shot kill me because I have no knives. And it's just like, fuck this.
You must watch people speedrun that. It's insane.
And then apparently tofu is even harder.
Yeah, because you only have a knife.
Fuck this game. No, fuck that game.
Goddamn.
It's a good game. I like it a lot. State of play, that's happening on Wednesday. I think Remake 3, and I think we'll maybe get an update on Ghost of Tsushima. I'm hoping
Last of Us 2. Maybe
Last of Us 2.
Although we've seen plenty of it now. So
the Game Awards is happening on the 14th, and we'll have 10 new game announcements. One of them has already been confirmed to be a League of Legends story game, because Riot has now got a new publishing label, and they're allowing other studios to make bespoke League of Legends games, and one of them will be a story-based adventure something in that.
Sorry, is this at all tie into any of the other shit that they announced earlier this year?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I have no idea.
That's so much League of Legends.
It's very confusing. What else? A lot of cool stuff coming to Game Pass in December. So I mentioned that Ashen is leaving, and that's purely because I was looking at this list and then realized it was going. But
no.
From December 5th, so that's already happened, you can look forward to My Friend Pedro. Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. What the fuck is
football game? No, I don't know what it is.
December 6th, Demon's Tilt and Wonder Song.
Nice.
December 12th, eFootball PES 2020. Fuck.
Wow.
Overcooked 2,
oh, yes.
Pathological 2, and the original Tom Clancy's The Division.
Oh, that's quite neat.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, and that's all the stuff leaving, I presume.
No, that's... I don't know why it's just the same shit.
What is this?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, it's for PC. That's the PC list.
Okay, so PC includes Age of Wonders, Europa Universalis 4, Farming Sim 17, hey.
Oh, yo.
Metro Last Light Redo.
Is it Redo or Redux?
Redo.
Redo?
Don't fucking come here with your bad French.
Redux.
Gwent is basically being killed on consoles.
Wow. Did it not do well?
Well, so basically, CD Projekt Red have said that they've identified the game. So this is the multiplayer portion, not Thronebreaker, which is the story portion, which is
Okay.
But basically, they've identified that most of their Gwent players are on PC or on mobile, which just launched.
Oh, is it on mobile now?
Yeah, so they're saying keeping up updates for all the platforms is really strenuous and that they don't see a point in continuing for PS4 and Xbox One. So, bye.
Yeah, it's not really the ideal platform.
It's kind of shit. They are giving players a way to transfer their like in-game currencies and stuff.
Put it on mobile.
Seems on PS4 that is more of a problem than ever. But yeah, it is on mobile, so yeah. Kotaku's Jason Schreier was speaking about Xbox this week. He says that Project Scarlet's diskless version, which is called Project Lockhart, is actually still in development, despite Microsoft at E3 saying that they're only working on one console.
Interesting.
Phil Spencer also this week tweeted that he has Scarlet at his home. He's playing it.
Must be nice to be the boss of Xbox.
Must be fucking nice.
He's just like, finally have Scarlet at home. This is the future. Like, well, hey.
That's nice. Yeah. Hey. It's also really weird. It's like someone's going to break into your house, my dude.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, surely if you are an arsehole, you'd be like, I'll find out where Phil Spencer lives. I'm gonna
rabid fan.
I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna take this console apart. I mean,
it wasn't too long ago that Valve got broken into and they stole Gabe Newell's fucking minigun.
That story still makes me laugh because
it's so ridiculous.
Can you imagine someone walking out with a minigun? Like, just like what? Goodbye.
Yeah. Vanquish, a third-person shooter by Platinum Games, which is fucking awesome.
It's being remastered.
Apparently, it's being remastered. You can get it on backwards compatibility on Xbox right now, but a full remaster would be great. You haven't played Vanquish?
I actually owned Vanquish on PS3 and I played it for an hour or two. It's really good. I don't know why I never finished it.
It's ridiculously good.
I think at that time I just had too much to play on the PS3. I was like inadequate with too many good games.
The Valley of the Gods has officially been put on hold by Valve. If you recall, Camposanto, the developers of Firewatch, they were making In the Valley of the Gods. It was actually announced at the Game Awards
back in the day,
2017. No. And then after that, Valve bought them, and we all know Valve was working on a new Half-Life VR game, and it turns out that a lot of the former Camposanto people are working on that instead.
When is the Half-Life VR game? It's soon, isn't it? March. Okay, but I mean, they say they've buried Valley of the Gods. What happens after March? Do they go back to it?
To me, it's almost as if Valve sees it as a project they want to even put money behind.
Oh, Valley of the Gods.
Yeah, like I'm curious because it seems that they bought Camposanto for their experience in first-person storytelling, which is useful for Half-Life. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope so because Firewatch is really good. So yeah, Halo Reach is on PC. I played it a bit. It's good.
Is it good? Pew, pew.
It's still good. Destiny 2's new season stuff is coming. I don't know.
I'm so like there's a time when I could keep up with Destiny stuff, even as a non-player. Now I'm like, I have no idea what's going on.
Minecraft has a Vatican server.
Right. Attempt to.
Weird. I did see a trailer this morning. I think I posted it on the group where there's a game coming out called I Am Jesus Christ. Like, not even joking. And you play as Jesus in the first person performing miracles.
What? Really?
It's a fucking ridiculous trailer. Go find the trailer.
Oh my god, that sounds
all the gameplay is you first person as Jesus going up to something, holding out your hands and things happening.
What?
So it's like you go up to a bucket, you hold out your hands, fish appear. Then you walk on water, go out to a boat, the boat stops. I don't know.
Who's making this game?
I don't know, but it looks fucking ridiculous.
Vatican.
What else?
Oh my god!
You can buy the sound of mechanical keyboards on vinyl, which I think is awesome. I love the sound.
Wait a minute. Can I explain that? When you say you can buy the sound of mechanical keyboards on vinyl, it's you buying a vinyl and it's just someone going click, 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 click.
Yes.
What?
Amazing.
What?
I love this track. It's called Cherry MX Blue. This week was the 25th anniversary of PlayStation. So it's been pretty cool watching Sony do a lot of retrospectives on the console's history and stuff. Man, that screenshot straight after that is fucking crazy.
Wait, when you say they've been doing retrospectives, they've been on their
some
channel?
Articles and
that's
stuff
cool.
like that. Polygon is a really good documentary, a video documentary, long form one with some of the original designers and contributors to the PS1 talking about
Oh,
it.
that's
very
cool. I'm
good.
just actually going to look up some of that
Very,
stuff.
very good.
Shout out to the PS1. I remember, I think my brother got it for, was it his 15th or 16th birthday? Like, we got the PS1 pretty much on launch.
Oh, really?
And it was mind-blowing. I'd never seen anything like it before.
Yeah.
We played that demo disc to death. So it had Crash, it had...
Crash 1,
Yeah, the OG Crash 1.
the hard one.
God, now I've just gone blank. I had a whole flash of games in my mind. Now I've gone
Wipeout?
completely blank. Yeah, Wipeout was there. And it was we just played those games to death until we actually bought proper games. What a good console. I love the PS1.
It was really interesting reading briefly about it in Console Wars. Like, just how PlayStation got pushed around by Nintendo and Sega and ended up being like, fuck both of you.
We're going to do our own shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you watched... this is something everyone should definitely go YouTube. It's when they announced the price of the PlayStation.
Oh, the guy just gets on
the
on
dude
stage,
literally
yeah.
gets on stage, shares the price, and then steps down.
Yeah, he's just like,
$1.99, whatever it was.
yeah, I think it was like $3.99. Yeah.
Or something. And then I remember, in Console Wars, Sega and them were like, oh shit, like, what's going on here? And this dude just straight
the
up...
best was the dude walked up with like a bunch of papers.
Yeah.
And he like shuffles them and reorganizes, says the price, and just
It just walks off, yeah. And I've seen that. The video's on YouTube. It's incredible.
But it is incredible also just from Console Wars as well. Just like how Sony was fucked. Like they were present at an announcement. Was it for Nintendo that was meant to be using, or was it Sega? One of the two. It was meant to be using a proprietary Sony CD player. And then literally at the event that they were attending, just as a formality to see this announced, it was announced that they were going with Philips instead. And it was like a big embarrassment.
It was like
a massive
knife in the
public
back.
embarrassment. Yeah. So, man, fucking corporate politics were wild back then.
Still are.
Last bit of big news. Super Mario Maker 2 gets a free update, a big one.
Have you seen this update?
It's fucking so
incredible.
Cool. So firstly, this is the closest we're getting to a Zelda Maker, I think. Because you can put a block now with the Master Sword and turn Mario into Link.
Little Link.
But it's like Link who can block attacks, swipe attacks, do all sorts
He's
of
got
stuff.
a big moveset. When I saw the trailer, when I saw this article, it was like, the thumbnail was a Master Sword. I was like, okay, you can play as Link, you could probably stab stuff.
No.
Cool.
You got your sword,
got
your
the whole
shield,
moveset.
arrows, bombs that can destroy immovable blocks.
You can dash, you've got your shield.
Yeah.
And when we say arrows, you can shoot these arrows like diagonally.
Yeah.
There's, they're going to be such incredible puzzles.
What I didn't
Shit
know
coming out of
was
this.
the P block wasn't inside Super Mario Maker 2 yet.
The P block?
Honestly thought it was the one that turns coins into blocks.
No,
You just had the switch block,
the switch block. Oh, yeah.
the red and blue one.
Wait a minute, because I also remember reading that and I was like, no, but that's there already. Then I saw it in the trailer, I was like, oh.
The P block is an unbreakable block that appears when a P switch is hit. When grouped, they can be used for player funneling, but they're temporary. It's the thing that you step on it and all the coins turn into
Yeah, but it's
blocks.
different. It's similar. So there is a P block, but this is a different kind of
It's a
P block.
different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe? No, I'm sure. That I know there's a P block. I distinctly remember a P block, but this is some other execution of it.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, how's that not in there?
Yeah.
Really? I honestly thought it was. Anyway, I got frozen coins, so they're ice blocks. They're encased in ice and can thaw out. We've got Pokey, which is a prickly cactus made up of spiky balls. Mm-hmm. Yoshi can eat each of the segments. Ooh. In night mode, Pokey moves around in waves. We've got Spike as well, who I only know Spike from Mario Aces Tennis because he's got the most ridiculous serve ever.
damn it.
Spike tosses out spiky metal balls which can damage Mario. Can be used as a more subversive ways to trigger interesting puzzles, like because you can spin jump on the balls, so you can do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
My favorite mode though is these ninja.
Oh yeah, it's Nintendo made levels that
Yeah.
people are gonna speedrun.
Yeah.
My favorite part of it you've seen the trailer. So you know how if you play a game, you'll like say we're playing a racing game, you'll see a ghost,
Yeah.
your best time, and you've got a ghost.
It's got the
to try
Super
beat.
Meat Boy thing on it.
It's got like all these other little characters that represent other people's times, which is really cool.
And you just start and it's like a wave of
It's a
people and
wave
it, like,
of them,
whittles
yeah.
down. It's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. So that update's out already. It's free. I'm super glad Super Mario Maker is getting additional content because I was wondering what the fuck was happening with that. Yeah,
they're gonna love that game for a long time.
It's interesting that they just announced that out of the blue. No direct, no nothing.
Yeah. And it's when I saw the update, I was like, yeah, that's a. Then I read, I was like, oh wait,
when I saw
it's
the
a big
Zelda
update.
stuff, I was like, oh, this really opens doors.
No. When I was, it's like, so you like a big Super Mario update. I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, oh wait, it's not just any update. They've done a lot of stuff here. So
tons of stuff.
So much of stuff. Okay. Shall we get to questions?
Yes.
Yes. No. Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes. Let me pull them up. You're not tell people to send questions. Jeez, like slack.
You can send questions to @CheckpointChat on Twitter, checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. What's Instagram? @CheckpointChat?
Or Checkpoint Chat.
@CheckpointChat on Instagram. Maddie puts up posts.
Normally, we'll talk about what happened.
Yeah, Maddie got drunk yesterday and forgot to put
I
up
didn't
a
get
post.
drunk. I just forgot to put out a question post.
Fucking disappointed.
Oh my god, it's the first time in our what episode?
Fair
78.
Fair enough.
That I forgot to do it.
I was just like, I knew you had your end of year, and I was like, you got hammered.
No, so what happened is in the morning, we left the office at 12 to go to our party, but we still had a deadline for 12. So I got into the office and I flew through all my work, and I was like, it's fine, I'll do the post like at the venue when I get there, whatever. I got there and I just completely forgot. And you messaged me like, you forgot to put out a question post.
You
I was like,
asshole.
I was like, oh my god, I did. I'm so sorry. But you know what? You don't need a question post to send us questions.
That's true. Just like everyone who sent questions.
Everyone, we actually have questions. Much to my disbelief. We got one earlier this week from... Where is it gone? Yeah, we're from Christopher Grunwald? Grunwald? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Grunwald?
Hi, Christopher.
He says, good days. And I actually recognize it's Bakamas35.
Oh, cool. On Twitter.
Yeah, who's popped in to watch me do some streams and who's interacted with us on Twitter.
Nice. What's up?
He says, good day, sirs. Great podcast.
Thank you.
Should I only start a new game after downloading the day one patch, or is it safe to play the generic intro tutorial while it's still downloading? Hashtag toaster internet. I've actually never done that, but I've often been amazed at some games. This is the funny thing, because I know what modern technology is capable of. However, when I've seen some games, you can start them while it's still downloading. I'm like, how is that even possible? Yeah. I've never done it though.
It's the biggest lie that's been told though, because like a lot of games say you can, but so they'll say on the dashboard like, you can start this at this point, then you'll go into the game and it'll be like, no, you can't. It's like, okay. So why'd you tell me I could? Yeah. I think it's more than safe to just play like the intro or whatever, because like a day one patch usually fixes maybe a few performance issues and maybe game breaking bugs or whatever. But I think if you're just playing like an hour or two while the rest downloads, I think you're fine. And if you encounter something, you go, oh, well, the patch is downloaded.
I just realized I completely misunderstood that question.
What do you mean?
No, me. I thought we was talking about, can I start a game while it's still downloading?
Oh, you can.
You can.
Some of them, yeah. It's the biggest lie, but
yeah,
yes.
Okay, sorry. So the day one patch, yes.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I think you could definitely start a game, but when you're done...
I do it often for review games.
Yeah, but when you're done playing that evening, just leave it to updates and then
I think Death Stranding, I did that for about an hour or two, because it was like, downloaded the whole game, and then the night that I was actually going to start, it's like, oh, there's an update. I was like, fuck this.
No, I want to start.
I'm starting this right now and letting the update.
Because at the end of the day, the game is still playable.
Yeah, exactly.
Without patches.
And like in Death Stranding's case, like the online's, I needed to update to get the online stuff, but the first like 4 hours of this game,
you eating popcorn.
Yeah, I'm fucking just chewing popcorn, watching cutscenes. So yeah, I think it depends on the game, but generally I'd say yes.
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 Yes, Queen.
We have 4 million questions from Mex.
Sup?
He says, oh my god, Buono Corgi Pointy Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Board games. Are they the final frontier? They seem to be blooming and booming back into the public consciousness. How does this affect video games?
Board games.
What about the people that prefer to play games alone? I think board games is a completely separate hobby. I don't think it has any effect on... I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it has any effect on video games at all.
So this is the thing, like board games are really cool, and I'm super glad that there's a resurgence from them, but I think the audiences, I mean, there's definitely overlap, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, but I think you get your very dedicated board game players and your very dedicated video game players. Like, I've got a friend at work who, her and her boyfriend, they buy more board games than video games. Like, they are addicted to board games, and they just love buying new ones, and that's cool. And I'm like the exact opposite. So,
yeah, I know a few people where it's a thing of, like, I worked with a lady who she used to have board games in her car, just on the off chance
really?
that, like, yeah, like she always had a few with her, so like, if ever came a time like there was free time with
in
friends,
case
whatever,
there's an
like,
accident on the highway and someone wants to play
I've got
Monopoly.
board games to play. Like, don't worry, I've got you, fam. But also, same people like love buying board games. I mean, it is like, it's an interesting thing because it's never been one of my interests, but I can appreciate it for what it is. I just think it's an expensive hobby.
It is really expensive. Yeah,
some of those
very
games
expensive.
are so expensive.
But it is like, we have a board game night at work once a month, and I've attended one or two, and it's like 90% of the games there I've never even seen or heard of. So there's because when people think board games, they go, "Oh, I hate Monopoly." It's like fuck
no,
Monopoly.
That's
Monopoly
not really
fucking sucks. So there's so many better board games. Actually, a good friend of ours, Neelan, from the States, he's huge. He's got a podcast about board games.
Board Games Barrage.
Yeah,
Board Game
you
Barrage.
should check them out if you enjoy board games. They go in depth with a lot of great board games that I've never heard of, and it's a great podcast. Yeah, their studio setup's so cute because they've each given themselves like avatars, and they've colored the mic.
That's
the mic, what's it called? Shields based on their colored avatars.
That's
it's
cool.
Really cute. I really like it.
One day we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Mix. He says, "You cloudy pervert Clarissa."
Fuck you too.
Which do you guys prefer, VR or AR? VR. I think if I had the choice between the two, I'd say VR, is because it's more immersive. Although,
is it? AR is literally projecting shit into your world.
Here's the thing. I'd love to try. What's the new Minecraft game called? That's sort of like trialing
Minecraft Earth?
I want to try that because I'm curious to know. That's AR where you like putting down blocks through your phone.
It's kind of like Pokemon.
Yeah, but how does it actually work? Like, I don't know. Shit, I don't actually know. VR.
I think, especially in terms of AR is so still cutting edge and still far away that we can't fully understand how it will work. Like, Magic Leap is there, and coincidentally, I was reading an article yesterday about how Magic Leap has really struggled to sell. Even Google CEOs has departed from their board of directors. So yeah, it sounds like it's bad, but it's because like A, it's expensive, B, you need a lot of investment of people like really committed to it. You know, like Google had their Google Glass stuff, and now that's become an enterprise thing, and Microsoft got HoloLens, and that's also an enterprise thing. So I think in terms of entertainment, I think we're still a long way off from AR being a thing.
An actual thing.
But I love VR. I think VR is cool, and I think
great.
VR, even though it's struggling sales-wise, I think you've got some really unique stuff in VR at the moment. So
that you do with Half-Life, Alex coming out.
Yeah.
Shit, that thing.
I really want a Quest. I'm so close to pulling the trigger on the Quest.
I know.
It's crazy.
I think that's going to push VR, like it definitely in the PC space. I mean, like we mentioned last week, I think you said they're selling out.
Yeah, the Valve Indexes, which are the most expensive VR headset, are selling out, which is crazy. That's $1,000 setup. And not only that, it's $1,000, and then you need the space because you need to set up cameras, you need to do this. This is why I think, for me, if I want to play Alex, like Quest seems like the best option.
It's
$400.
It's the cheapest. Yeah,
it does wireless and it does wired, and it's no cameras. It's inside-out tracking. It's like, cool.
It's probably the easiest entry point.
It's like the price of a console, and I've got everything then.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a few more years still.
I think a Quest 2 eventually will be very good.
Yeah. God, this is the best opening line. Yussus curry pan pipe. Yussus curry pan pipe chorizo.
Ooh.
Will there ever be a week when Alessandro reads the questions while Matty sips his Red Bull Coke? No.
That's against the law.
Don't take my job from me.
We'd be arrested on the spot, and I don't think I'd survive in jail.
God damn. Achtung, Cluedo Punto.
Achtung!
Choo choo.
Wow.
What are the chances of the Checkpoint Comic Con Nintendo Africa 2 chat being released online?
Oh, the one we recorded?
I don't know if I still have it. It's on my phone.
I think you sent it to me, and then
It
you were
might be
like,
on
"You
email.
think the quality is pretty good?" I disagreed.
I thought it was passable. It wasn't great at all, but
yeah.
like you could still hear us. I was like, nah,
You
use
could.
it, use it, don't use it. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, our setup would have worked there, but it just didn't. And I don't know, maybe we'll revisit it, but
damn it.
there's no fucking editing that's going to help the quality of that thing.
No, when I say like I'm not at all arguing that it was good quality. I was like, you can hear us.
Yeah,
like,
but it's not great.
It's really not great. Yeah. Okay, question 5. Meme, Carousel, Pluto, Carnage.
Meme sounds like a chocolate.
Meme.
Like, for some reason, I keep thinking of Kinder Joy when I hear that.
Meme.
Have you ever had the... Okay, so Kinder Joy's is a good chocolate. Like,
yes.
Firstly. The Kinder Eggs can... fucking take it or leave it. But the chocolate's nice. So you get the little bars.
Yes. They're delicious.
Which is the same chocolate as the egg. Oh my God.
It's really good.
It's so good.
Why are those not more popular?
I know, they're so good.
God damn.
Then you get the hazelnut ones.
It's divine.
So good.
Now I'm hungry. Stop it. Stop talking. If given the option, are you guys downloaders or streamers of video content that you watch?
Stream.
Yeah, stream.
I cannot remember the last time I downloaded a series or movie.
Yeah,
or
I mean, even like it's crossed my mind of like, I'm going on a flight. Like maybe I should download a few episodes of a show.
I always forget.
Then yeah, I never get around to it. I'm like, but I'm playing Switch and watching movies on the plane anyway.
Yeah.
I love flying. I'll be that guy. I have no issue flying. I just love the fact that I get to sit down and I get to choose to watch a whole lot of movies that I've missed in cinema or I just never got around to watch. Even though it's on the shitty little screen, but I'm there. Whatever. So, yeah.
It is surprising that you enjoyed considering how tall you are. Like, economy must be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. But I don't know.
But you're able to sleep on flights. Yeah, exactly. So I don't mind flying. It's just, I used to love it, but I've done so much in recent times that I've like become fucking over it now. Like I'm so over it. And but I generally also I start watching a movie and then I like pass out, which thank God, because if I can't, I know so many people like I just don't sleep on flights. I'm like, how?
I can't imagine.
How?
I just pass out.
Yeah, no I always take my Switch. I don't think I've played more than a cumulative like 2 hours of Switch on a plane because I'm always just sleeping. Yeah,
no ways. I love.
I'm also uncomfortable on the plane, so like that uncomfortability like bleeds into my enjoyment of the thing, and I just don't like that.
You should just put your Switch in docked mode and sit back and chill.
I did do that on a flight once from LA to New York this year at E3. They don't have screens on their chairs. You can download. It was United Air, I think. Yeah, so you download an app of theirs and then you use the in-flight Wi-Fi to stream from their app. So each chair has this little like clip that you can clip your phone. Okay. But then I was like, wait.
Yeah,
and
put your Switch there.
my fucking Switch there.
We had a flight, I think it was earlier this year when we went to Poland and back. Or was it from, it doesn't matter. It was one of those like...
Shit, your Poland trip was this year.
Yeah.
This year's
wild.
This year's felt fast, but it's like a lot's happened.
On this flight, I don't know, whichever one it wasn't the long flight from South Africa there. It was one of the short 2-hour or 3-hour flights. They had the same sort of clip where it's just a little, you can put your tablet or whatever there and there's a little, or was it at the bottom?
This one was at the bottom.
But point is, you could just mount it there and it was perfect. I'm like, all flights need that.
It was so cool.
It's
because
the best thing
ever. Because normally if I'm playing the Switch, I have it on the tray table, but then I have to look down.
Yeah, and then your neck starts getting sore.
Exactly.
Whereas this was like you just sit back and you're like, this is really nice. And then you
detach the Joy-Cons, even though Nintendo's like, hey, you should turn these off for the flight. Who gives a fuck?
No.
Just play.
On that note, Gavin actually made a very good point where this whole thing of flight modes and stuff. He said, do you think that people, like any airline would let people onto their flights if there's any risk of like bringing the plane down with your phone?
Exactly. Yeah. No, he's 100%
I'm like,
right.
You know what? I never thought about that, but you're absolutely
100% right. My understanding is that it's not detrimental. It's just more annoying because it can interfere with measurements.
Yes.
But the pilots can get past that pretty easy. I mean, some flights, Emirates especially, just tells you to put it on flight mode for takeoff and landing. When you're in the air, you can fucking do whatever the hell you want.
What still bothers me though, some flights say like you have to put all your electronic devices away.
Oh, fuck off. No.
And I'm like, wow. Oh, but like one of our local airlines, is it Kalula? They're actually fine with it now. So I've played Switch before. but they say you can't have your earphones or headphones on.
I mean, I understand that for takeoff and landing because you don't want a laptop on your lap if something goes, because takeoff and landing is where if something's meant to go wrong, that's where it's likely going to go wrong. So if you need to make like an emergency beeline for something, you don't want to have a laptop on you or earphones that you. So I get that.
Yeah, but point is that you can actually, I'm allowed to play on my Switch now during takeoff and landing, no issue.
Oh,
but
really?
it's only with Kalula I found. I think it's Kalula. But yeah, they've said like, no headphones or earphones.
Have you ever wondered why they dim the lights in the cabin before takeoff and landing?
Yeah, why do they do that?
So it's because if you have an emergency and you go out, your eyes don't have to adjust to the
Actually, I have heard that. Yeah, it's clever.
It's very smart.
It's clever. And we have one more question from Migs. He says, yum, cheeky pancake Charizard.
I want pancakes. Did I send you that photo yesterday of the Shiba Inu with the pancake?
It was so cute.
And then everyone didn't have power. They were like, fuck the
They were
dog.
like, stop
I'm just
this.
like, wow. The sheep just wants to eat his
He
good
just
pancakes.
wants the good pancakes, man.
Yeah.
Has Alessandro finished Ori and or the Final Fantasy PSP game and system he borrowed from Matthew yet?
No.
Crisis Core? No. Ori? No.
I did play
You are-
Crisis Core. I took your PSP all the way to the States and played Crisis
a
Core
bad
in a bus
person.
in New York.
Oh wow, give it back. I can tell my kids one day. This PSP's been to New York.
I got up to where Angelo... Is it Angelo?
Yes.
He, quote-unquote, betrays you.
So you actually got relatively far then.
No, it was like the fucking opening 2 hours or so. Yeah. I played
Is
the
that
first...
early on?
It's like, why
It is
are
pretty early on, you're right.
Why are we fighting Shinra soldiers? We're on their side.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then Sephiroth comes and
That
just
game
all
deserves a
badass.
remake. That game
game is
deserves
so
a port.
good. Oh my
or
God.
To everything else. And that's
I'm
all the
waiting
questions.
I'm waiting for Final Fantasy VII Remake to just be like,
Surprise.
we're adding Crisis Core as DLC.
No, they're busy making episode 2 now.
Give me Zack.
As we speak.
Give me Zack.
Order now, you'll get the Zack DLC
Oh
costume.
my God. Yeah, replace
Zack
Cloud
hairstyle.
because he's shit.
He's not bad. He's not the best. but
He's
not
literally
bad.
Zack.
He's literally Zack, you're right. Zack's better though. Zack's a better Cloud. Are we done?
Cloud
this-
is like Krillin to Zack's Goku.
Don't know Dragon Ball Z nearly enough to
Oh my
understand
God,
that
get out of my
reference. I'm going.
Get out
This
of
is the
my
part-
house.
We end the episode and the vortex sucks us up and we all
Yeah.
die.
Thank you
Yeah,
for listening. Thanks for sending questions.
We love you.
Thanks
It's
for
episode 78.
being. If you have Checkpoint Chats on your Spotify wrap up, tweet it at us. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Spotify wrap up only at Checkpoint.
I really did
Because
it.
I don't listen to any podcasts on Spotify.
I don't listen to
so-
podcasts on Spotify either. That's
Yeah.
why I had no podcasts on
Yeah.
there.
And if you do listen on a platform that lets you leave a rating or a review,
Like
be
and
so
subscribe.
kind as to leave us a rating and review, whether it's a 1-star, 5-star chocolate. Let us know what you think of the show. It's a good time.
Also, if you leave us a 1-star review, you legally owe us a 5-star chocolate.
We will find you and give you a 5-star chocolate to
Yeah.
sway your opinion.
And a half
And a high five.
in your
A
face.
high 5-star chocolate.
Half to your
On
face.
top of the 5-star chocolate we've given you already. That's a 10-star.
I've lost track of what's going on here. Okay, bye. We'll see you next week.